Have you ever felt like you're just running on fumes? Even after you've had a decent night's sleep? Or maybe you just feel stuck in a rut, kind of missing that little spark of joy or motivation? Well, what if I told you the key to feeling better isn't some magic fix, but actually something you've got inside you right now? Today, we're going to unlock the power of endorphins, your body's very own natural wellness crew. So let's get into it.
So, does this sound familiar at all? You've slept, but you're still dragging your feet. You know you should relax, but your mind is just buzzing. It's that strange, frustrating place to be, right? Caught between being totally wiped out and completely unable to just chill.
If you're nodding along right now, and you've been feeling that dip in your own inner drive, that lack of simple joy, then you are in exactly the right place. This guide is all about getting to the heart of that feeling and showing you a natural, sustainable way to feel better.
Okay, so first off, if you're feeling stuck, you are definitely not alone. It's a really common feeling. And the good news is, your body is probably trying to tell you something. So let's start by looking at some of the subtle signs that you might just need a little more endorphin support in your life.
Do any of these ring a bell? That persistent fatigue, even when you're sure you've rested enough? Or maybe activities you used to love just feel like a total chore now? How about finding yourself extra sensitive to little aches and pains? Or, and this is a big one, constantly reaching for that sugary snack or getting lost in endless scrolling, just looking for a quick, easy lift? These are all little whispers from your body that your natural reward system could use a gentle tune-up.
All right, now for the fun part, the solution. It's time to meet these amazing allies that we all have built right in. Let's get really clear on what endorphins actually are, and more importantly, how they work their magic for our well-being.
Okay, so in a nutshell, endorphins are basically your body's homemade painkillers and mood boosters. The name literally means morphine from within. How cool is that? But there's so much more than just pain relief. Think of them as the rewards you get for engaging with life, for putting in a bit of healthy effort, tapping into your creativity, and overcoming small, manageable challenges. Now, this is where things get really, really interesting. We hear about happy hormones all the time, but they are not all the same. Dopamine, that's the I want it feeling, the thrill of the chase. Serotonin is more like that cozy, content feeling, when all is right with the world. Oxytocin, that's the love and bonding hormone. But endorphins? Endorphins are different. They aren't about what you get, they're about what you do. They're the payoff for your effort. They're the secret sauce for resilience and that feeling of vitality.
And I think this quote just nails the difference. Dopamine can keep us on that endless treadmill of what's next, that constant chase. But endorphins, they give you this deep, quiet feeling of, I did that, I am capable, I am strong. It's a feeling of inner accomplishment, not outer reward.
So you might be thinking, okay, if endorphins come from effort, does that mean I have to run a marathon every day? And the answer is a big, resounding no. The secret isn't about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about finding the sweet spot of challenge. And that's where this amazing concept called eustress comes into play.
Eustress is, simply put, the good kind of stress. It's not that overwhelming, draining kind of stress. That's distress. Now, eustress is that little buzz of excitement and motivation you feel when you're learning something new, or trying to solve a puzzle, or even just pushing through that last minute of a fun workout. It's the stretch that helps us grow.
And this comparison just makes it so clear, doesn't it? On one side, you have eustress, which is motivating, energizing, and helps you build resilience. On the other side, you have distress, which is overwhelming, exhausting, and just drains your motivation. Our endorphins absolutely thrive in that world of eustress. I just love this. Think of it like your endorphin system is whispering this to you every day. It's not a demand, it's a gentle invitation. Just grow a little bit. Step just outside your comfort zone, and I promise I'll help you feel stronger, lighter, and so much more alive. It's beautiful.
Okay, so we know what endorphins are, we know they're triggered by positive stress, but how do we actually do it? How do we bring more of that into our day-to-day lives? Well, that's where our handy endorphin toolkit comes in. Let's look at some super practical, easy ways to get those good feelings flowing.
First up, movement. And hey, before your brain jumps to grueling hour-long gym sessions, let me just stop you right there. This is not about punishment or pushing yourself to the absolute limit. It's about finding joy in moving your body. It could be a brisk 20-minute walk, a spontaneous dance party in your kitchen, some light jogging, whatever feels good and gives you a mild, enjoyable challenge. That's the sweet spot.
Next, let's talk about something we all need more of: play.
Seriously, when was the last time you had a really good, deep belly laugh? The kind where you can't breathe. Laughter is like a superhighway to an endorphin rush. So go on, watch that comedy special, play a silly game with friends, tell some terrible jokes. It's not just fun, it's powerful medicine for your well-being.
And you do not have to be a master artist to get the benefits of creativity. Not at all. The simple act of making something, anything, is incredibly rewarding for our brains. Trying a new recipe, doodling in a notebook while you're on a call, singing in the shower. All of these things engage your mind in a way that provides that perfect blend of gentle challenge and deep satisfaction. And that is exactly what your endorphin system loves.
You know that amazing feeling when you finally tackle that one chore you've been putting off for weeks? That sigh of relief and satisfaction? Yep, that's your endorphin system giving you a high five. Endorphins love completion. So whether you're finishing a puzzle, finally organizing that junk drawer, or trying a new hobby, you're giving your brain the exact signal it needs to release a nice little wave of feel-good chemicals.
Okay, so we've got our toolkit, we know what to do, but how do we actually make this stuff a regular part of our lives without it just becoming another thing on the to-do list? The secret is to think small, be consistent, and build sustainable habits.
And here's a brilliant little trick for that. It's called habit stacking. It is so simple. You just take a new habit you want to start and you stack it onto a habit you already do every single day without thinking. So instead of trying to find time for a walk, you just decide, after I finish lunch, I will go for a 10-minute walk. Or while my coffee is brewing, I'll do 5 minutes of stretching. It's a total game changer because it doesn't rely on willpower.
And this part is absolutely crucial. When you do that 5 minutes of stretching, take half a second to actually acknowledge it. Just a little mental pat on the back, like, hey, good job, I did that. When you do this, you're creating a feedback loop in your brain. You're literally teaching your brain that this activity leads to a good feeling, which makes you want to do it again.
And finally, maybe the most important tool of all is the mindset you bring to this whole thing. This is not about performance, it's about joy. It's not another thing to be perfect at. Listen to your body. Some days you'll have more energy, some days you'll need more rest. That is perfectly okay. The real reward, the endorphin reward, it comes from the effort itself, not from some perfect outcome.
What a powerful way to wrap this all up. It's not about finding happiness out there somewhere. The key is already inside you. You just need to learn how to unlock it. And the way you do that is with joyful effort and by treating yourself with loving action.
So I'll leave you with this one question. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. What is one small, joyful thing you can do to invite a little endorphin boost into your day? Maybe it's a 5-minute walk. Maybe it's putting on your favorite song and dancing around for 3 minutes. Or maybe it's just watching a funny video. Whatever it is, I really hope you do it. Thanks for hanging out with me, and here's to you feeling stronger, more vital, and more alive.